yours all the way with. So, 'tis the season and all that jazz. When I was younger, I used to look at Christmas and this time of the year as like one of whimsy and magic and wonder. Now, as an adult, I kind of now look at this time of the year as a period to reflect. I want to reflect on the past year of 2025 and just kind of talk about it here. I think the biggest thing for me this year, in terms of if we were to take a bird's eye view and look down and go, what happened to Oscar this year in 2025? I think that the biggest thing in that way is that I turned 30. I am no longer in my 20s. That is now behind me. That's always a big thing for people. And I treat it as like a big thing leading up to it. It's like, oh, my 20s are like my life. You know, that's going to be the time of my life. I was going into it thinking to myself, I'm not going to treat going into 30 as like, oh no, what a crisis. My world is crumbling. A la Jonathan Larson and Tick Tick Boom. I'm going to look at it and go like, you know what? I'm 29 and I'm going to almost reset. You know, I'm going to be the youngest of a new decade. And that's exciting. I had my 20s. My 20s were a thing. And when I think back to my 20s, a lot happened in my 20s. A lot have happened in my 20s. A lot of growth. A lot of amazing things happened in my 20s. A lot of not great things happened in my 20s. Right now, I am happy with who I am. And I wouldn't be who I am right now if my 20s didn't happen. So how I'm looking at it is my 30s are going to be another one of those. Realistically, nothing much is going to change. Nothing much is going to change. And I am 30 right now. I'm 6 months into being 30. And it doesn't register to me that like, oh no, I'm 30. Oh no, I'm so old. I've had like 6 years now of friends of mine of when I started university going, you're so old. I've had the old jokes. I'm immune to them. I've got armor. Maybe I'm not immune to them, but I've got armor. I don't know about anyone else, but I used to have. Even if I didn't intentionally have the thought, I would think to myself, my 20s, this decade of my life I need to be able to establish everything in my life. Establish like, okay, this is what I'm going to do as a career forever. Or I need to be able to find a partner, a romantic partner in this decade so I can have that forever. That's an insane thing to think because you've got so many more decades in theory, so many more decades in life to be able to do that. I think I got through that mainly last year, like in 2024. I think I pushed that to the side fully that year where I was like, man, I as of right now, I'm happy. I'm happy with what I'm doing right now. And I'll just keep doing it. Do I want to do this forever? Do I want to do where I'm at right now forever? No, I don't. But I'm also in no rush to leave this point in my life. Right now, I am not in a relationship. And right now, I don't live independently. I still live with my family. And right now, my working situation isn't full-time. It's freelance. I'm freelancing. If I'm still doing this when I'm 40, would I be happy? I don't know if I would be. But also, I don't want to panic and be scared about that. Because say I am still doing this in that time. I don't want to put pressure on myself to leave it if it's where I need to be in that moment. So yeah, apart from the grander scheme of things, yes, I did turn 30 this year. I'm now a 30-year-old man. How did I celebrate that? Spent a weekend in Center Parcs in Sherwood Forest with Lewis and Victoria and then Robbie and Julia. And it was great. It was an amazing time. Honestly, one of my favorite memories ever. And that place, that Centre Parcs, Sherwood Forest, has been home to many favorite memories of mine. For the longest time, I would have said my favorite memory, my favorite time was my 21st birthday, which I spent in Sherwood Forest and Centre Parcs. There was family. There was my best friend at the time. Had an amazing time. Absolutely love it. I cherish that time dearly. And I'm going to cherish my 30th just as much. That's what I mean. I think about that time and I'm like, man, that's like such a special moment. And I can't explain it with exact things that happened where this is why it was really good. It was really good because of this moment. It was just really good because I just felt it was really good. When it was just me, Lewis, and Victoria, we came back from having dinner at the country club, back to our lodge, and the sun was still setting. It was in that golden hour phase, and I just went for a walk. I didn't have earphones with me. I just walked amongst the trees, amongst the pond with the ducks and the geese, and watched the squirrels and the rabbits, and I just felt so rejuvenated. This year, I really took the road of just like try to just find content and just try to find like the best moments in the smallest moments. And that was the thing I took away from this year, and the thing that I'm really going to like try to go forward into the new year is like, don't worry about trying to be bigger. Not to say I don't want to grow. I do want to grow. I want R&Q to grow more. I want to make films, and I want more people to see them because as much as I love the people that do watch my stuff, I'm also very well aware that not a lot of people do watch my stuff. My 20s was trying to aspire for the highest of heights and really wanting to reach the highest of heights. Now, again, I'm not even like I'm 6 months into my 30s, but I'm ready now, like, you know what, I just kind of want to just chill. I just want to chill, and I want to meet people. I want to meet new people. I want to keep the people that are in my life, and just kind of go with the flow. I don't hate any of the jobs that I do, which I think is important. I know a lot of people feel like, oh, man, I'm just doing my work to get by, but I do have get by work, but it's not at all stuff that I force myself to do. So and that's another thing I'm grateful for. I'm really grateful for that is a position that I am in life, to not feel like I'm getting dragged through the mud of employment. What is stuff that I want to do next, like within the next year, within New Year's? I want to kind of morph what a night out is. And again, I like going to clubs every once in a while. But the thing that I miss that I had in uni was regular social activities. But yeah, I want to socialize a bit more. And I know I keep saying this every year. Every year I want to socialize more. But I'm also very well aware that like there's time and cost with things. There's the time aspect is fitting it around certain schedules, and then the cost aspect is like, I don't know, can I afford to just go to Newcastle randomly? The last few years I've been like, just go on solo dates, Oscar. Just do that. Just go to Newcastle, go to Leeds, go to York, yada yada yada. And I haven't really done a lot of those this year. There's been a few times when I've just been in Newcastle by myself, and I've liked it. One thing I do want to try to do, and this is the thing that has happened recently, and I know I've said this before, where like even if it's just I want to just like go to a cafe and sit and write or read, and I haven't really done that. I did it once. It was a few weeks ago. It was on a Monday. My mind was going a million miles an hour. In that moment, it's like my head's going crazy. Some point today, I need to get some fresh air because I haven't been out in a while, and I need to sort some lunch at some point. And I thought, why don't I do all three of those things in one? And what I ended up doing was I walked from my house to a Costa Coffee in town. So that is getting fresh air. And I go to Costa to get lunch. Tick that bit off. And then after I have lunch, I'm in a place where I can just sit and write. And I just wrote in a notebook for a bit. I want to do that more often. I almost want to set myself up for the week to be like, right, Monday mornings or Monday afternoons even. Probably Monday afternoons. Pop to Costa for lunch or pop anywhere for lunch with a notebook and or a laptop and just do some work then. In theory for that, I want to set myself up work weeks, like work schedules. I almost want to do a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, but get up at 8, read the paper, have breakfast, and then at 9 o'clock, start doing some work, break at 12 for lunch, back to work at 1, and then finish all that stuff at 5, and then have everything after that to just chill. There's loads of stuff that I want to do, and I always find myself, I don't know where I can fit it, but if I just give myself those Monday to Fridays, and then any other work that I do, I fit round it. I've started reading a bit more. I finished the book Strangers by Taichi Yamada, which is the book that All of Us Strangers is based on. Finally finished that. It's a really good read. I enjoyed doing that as a read. Right now, the current book that I'm reading is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, which I love the story. Absolutely love the story. Never read the book. And it's only a tiny book. It's so thin. I'm like, I can get through that this month. And there's other books that I want to get to. And I want to try to be a bit more of a reader. Try to flex. Because I want to write. Obviously, I want to be a writer. I like writing. And I want to try to be more of a writer. But I don't read as much, you know? So I'm going to try to balance out reading more so than just focusing on watching films. That could be like an evening wind down. That could be nice. That could be a nice thing to think about. Like if I worked loads and then after dinner I pick up a book. That could be nice. I'll see how I feel. Again, this is what I mean. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself because if I go into it, go like, yes, I am going to do that after every time I finish dinner, every evening I'm going to pick up and read a book. Maybe I don't fancy reading a book that evening. Maybe I'm like, I feel tired and words are just, they're a lot right now. I just kind of just want to sit and either listen to music or watch a film or watch a TV show or something. Maybe I want to do that. I'm happy this year. Overall, I've been really happy this year. Again, there's been downs. There's been sad moments. There's been times like that. And I've felt down a few times. But overall, man, it's been a really happy year. I've had a really, really nice year overall. And I just kind of want to pick up that that momentum and that mentality and take it with me into next year. And that moves me on nicely into this mini announcement that I am going to be taking a 2-week break from your memoir for Christmas and New Year's. Because as much as I really like this weekly routine, this weekly working schedule, and a thing to build up weekly like this, I also feel like it's important to normalize time off. There will be an end-of-year film, so that will be uploaded to the R&Q YouTube channel. Keep an eye on R&Q socials for more updates on that. So this isn't the last thing I'll be posting for the year. That end-of-year film will be the last thing that I post. But in terms of your memoir, this is going to be the last video of the year. Just chill. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone who supports this, who supports me. Whether all you do is just watch the YouTube videos, or if you just give a like on Instagram, or if you have shared the news about I See Him, or if I've met you in person for the first time this year, or if I've met you in person and we already know each other and you've just shown kindness. Thank you. It means a lot. And I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If you don't celebrate those things, I just wish you all good health. And hey man, that's me looking back at 2025 and also looking ahead to 2026. Thank you everyone for watching that video of me reflecting over the last year. That is a highlighted cut down version of a 44-minute version that you can watch exclusively on the R&Q Patreon page. That is patreon.com/R&Q, where for £2.50 a month, you can have access to all of the Your Memoir full episodes. And until next year, I'll see you later.